Well, folks, good evening. Dave Jorgensen once again here, a super affiliate network maniac, loving it every minute of it. Anyway, I had a change of plans. You'll notice that the whiskers are gone that I was starting to grow. Yeah, I just decided I wasn't quite ready for that. My wife isn't really into that too much. She doesn't give me a hard time about it, but she prefers me clean shaven. And anyway, so enough about that. Just change of plans. And I just got off listening to one of our the programs that they do on Monday nights, and they interviewed a couple on there. Well, I'm going to share that interview with you. You can watch it if you want. I'll send it in a separate email, but it gives you some insight about how people think and the way different ones do it. This couple didn't get rich overnight. Well, I don't know if they're necessarily rich or not, but they were $300,000 in debt in a restaurant. They're Dutch. They were in, I forget what country, but they live in Costa Rica now. And their first year or two wasn't, they said, well, we know you can make quicker money, but, they did a bunch of little things wrong, and, they've learned from experience. And some of the things, I don't have to fall into because there's people like them that have been ahead of me, and I can pay attention to what they say. But they were so inspiring. Starsky Musket, Dan and Starsky, they're some of the leaders here that came in under Misha and made it fantastic. They're in Australia. Anyway, she's one of the live event. She's one of the leaders in the company also. She sets up all of our live events and makes all the reservations. Anyway, they just do a lot. Dan does a lot of technical stuff and the computers and anyway, but they're just super people. And this couple, they had a couple kids, and they wanted to. Well, I won't tell you all about it because then you won't want to watch the video. But anyway, very, very inspiring. And one of the main things that they use now is Instagram. And that's, I think, their main thing that they use. We're going to learn a little bit more of it in the future. They're going to have another time with them where they'll share what they do. But it's not a thing to get real excited about. They had a lot of people that didn't think they should do it, and they say, you don't worry about those people because when you make it, they're going to be along with you. So just don't worry about them. Just, do what you can do. And anyway, I guess he found it and it scared her to death. Anyway, they decided, well, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it. We might as well do it all the way. And so anyway, it was just a fantastic thing to listen to. Very, very inspiring. It gave me encouragement. And I'm not discouraged. I'm just, kind of in a stall here, trying to get my traffic going. I'm all set up. It's not going to take a lot of work. It's just I got to learn this other thing now before I can get the money to run my traffic. Anyway, enough of that. But my story is that I'm here. I'm a very happy man being here. My wife is, she knows that I can do it and that it can be done, but she was like me. She was expecting it a little sooner. And so she's, she's kind of the mindset. She goes to the live events with me, but she just retreats in the room and enjoys life because she lays around a lot anyway because she's so sick all the time. And so she spends a lot of time laying on the bed or in the bed. Some days she is very, very sick, a good share of the time. But it is nothing the doctors should really do when you have IBS. It's just a chronic thing that you have those irritated bowels, and you never know when they're going to act up. And she suffers a lot. Anybody that's ever had trouble with bowels, that's very, very, very painful. So that's what we kind of live with, and want to get back out to Oregon, and I think it'd be better for her too to get back out there where she'll spend more time not laying there, nothing to do. Family all out west, and so we're just really looking forward to getting to this live event. And anyway, and I'm struggling with the live event because, I got in trouble a few years ago and I didn't go bankrupt. I didn't believe in that. But anyway, there were some bills that never did get paid. A lot of them I got settled with. I went through a debt consolidation thing, but this one didn't hear, and they wrote me off with their taxes and everything. And then they sold the debt, and several years later, the second round outfit gets a hold of it, and now they're taking me to court, and they want the pre-trial date. And I've been told that once that one company writes you off, that they can't do that because your obligation. Well, that's, I guess, then I'm getting another story that they can do it. And so, anyway, they're taking me to court for it, but, whatever happens, happens. It's all money. It can be replaced, especially when you're in the super affiliate network, ha-ha. But that isn't really a ha-ha. That's just when it happens. And, they had a lot of friends along with them. It took them time, and their friends were saying, I wish their friends, I just couldn't do that. They said, my hat's off to you because you can go ahead and do something like that. And so it's, you got to work on a mindset. You have to decide you're going to do it. You can't just kind of halfway say, well, I think I'd like to try that. Well, I'll tell you this much. Don't even waste your time if you're only going to halfway try, because you'll never do it unless once you get in there, you find out that, hey, this is it, which you will find out. I'll guarantee you that. But, I just still would like to encourage people to click the button and try it. I mean, look it over. I mean, go through the training. The training is where you learn why it's possible and how it works. It sounds all too good to be true. And it sounds way, way too fantastic to be true. I admit that. I had that same mindset, and I just thought, well, you don't have to invest much to go through the training, so I'll just go through it and see. Well, I saw. Now, I struggled in the training. I had to go over them and over them and over them, because, this funnel, if you're new to Super Affiliate Network, they talk a lot about funnels, traffic, and bridge pages, and, all these things that you have to have in place. And that's where I stalled out with the tech, because I didn't get my bridge page built. But anyway, well, I did get it built, and I need to probably revise it. And, but what is all that stuff, And then you got all these programs, that's all automated. You got training choices like Aweber, and then you got ClickFunnels, ClickMagick, you name it. You're working with these systems, but that's why you don't have to spend hours and hours, because once you get those systems done, you understand how they work, and you just do it. You do it over and over again, because you're constantly running traffic, and anyway, it's just if you're sitting here listening to me, you already went through that system, because you clicked the button, became an email person, and some of you just you unsubscribe because you're sick of it. But so you've already gone through my bridge page and all of the funnels and all of that stuff. Well, you learn about it when you go through the training. You learn all about what those things are, and when you see how they work, by the time you're done, you really want to position yourself and go for it, because you see how good it is. And it's all. I've been going way too long on these videos, and I know you're probably sick and tired of them and shutting them off early. I wouldn't blame you a bit. But anyway, good night, folks. Click the button below and go through the training. It only costs $1, and you can get that back. But at least then you know what it's about. You may not decide to keep on with it, but at least it doesn't sound stupid to you, like it did me. Anyway, good night. Click the button below, and anyway, check it out. Go through it. Then make your decision. Don't make your decision blindly. When you're making a decision not to even look at it, you're doing it blindly. Fortunately, I blindly went into it, or I'd have been like you. I probably never would have clicked the button. That's the way I thought too. Anyway, good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.